following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged out there, play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Looking to throw. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
He's got this to Pickens. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
For a brief time, he was thought to be a possible successor to Tom Brady while he was still in New England, but that didn't materialize. But opportunity may still knock for him to start in the NFL today. Definitely has the arm and mobility to make plays against NFL defenses. All he needs now is consistency.
Stidham now off the bootleg. A short throw to Ingram. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's good for Broncos first down.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
He just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Donovan Ezeraku. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Stidham from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they come up now, 2nd and goal. Here's Stidham. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Cortland Sutton, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, a 9-play drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jet sweep, here's Pickens with it. Riley Moss takes him down defensively. But defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Jared Stidham ready to pilot this offense again. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the gun, it's Stidham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Stidham. That'll be complete to Dobbins. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Stidham. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now it's Stidham. He'll air this one out from Mims. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Review of the play.
Here's the call.
Ruling on the field stands.
To throw is Stidham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey from 8 yards out. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Looks good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Precious on the blow. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboy offense is going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now Prescott. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 61-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Broncos with the lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, the quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's first and 10. Play action. It's Stidham. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Stidham. Open man right side is Ingram. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Dobbins. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Dobbins. And this time he is in. J.K. Dobbins. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. To try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And a Cowboy 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Prescott from the gun. And a quick throw here. And caught out. It's picked up by the Broncos. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. The Broncos on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Stidham from the shotgun. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. They're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Motion into the backfield. They'll fake the end around and look to throw it. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
To throw is Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now Prescott. Touchdown!
Jake Ferguson.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a pretty good burst right there as they'll take this down to the 33. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. A bat for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Now back to throw.
Going right back to Ferguson.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Prescott.
Completes this one to Pickens.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And again, it's Prescott.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.